I am going to probably sound like a broken record. I am going to probably sound like a broken record. I am going to probably sound like a broken record. Disney has once again fumbled the bag so hard they make the New York Jets look like the goddamn Goon Squad. In yet another surprise attack that everyone saw coming, the executives at Disney ended up scratching their ass and smelling their fingers all the way to a $250 million slog to shove down your throat. Now, in case you weren't aware, Disney just dropped the first teaser trailer for their latest live-action remake, Snorefest, because everything can and will have a sequel. In true Disney fashion, they follow their almost 10-year-long tradition of creative bankruptcy and mindless repackaging that absolutely nobody asked for.
I don't want it. I never have.
But without further ado, go ahead and ball up some poop, jump off a cliff, and let's get straight into it. Now, to kick off the video, I am going to show you a small clip of the new Mufasa trailer, and you tell me if it looks any different from any other Disney remake that you've seen in the last 5 years.
This story begins far beyond the mountains and the shadows. On the other side of the light. A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood. A lion who would change our lives forever.
If you are smart and you have a queer eye, a keen eye, which of course you do because you're watching this video and you're already subscribed, then you might have already realized that you did not see a single second of the new Mufasa trailer in that clip that I just showed you. Instead, what you have seen is a little editing magic where I spliced together clips of Black Panther, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, The Jungle Book, and the 2019 Lion King. Which leads me to problem numero uno, which is that every single Disney live-action remake looks and feels exactly the same. I genuinely cannot tell the difference between anything that Disney has put out since 2016 Jungle Book. In 2019, which was arguably one of Disney's best years for movies, where we had not one, not two, but 5 live-action remakes in the span of 1 year. This leads to a natural phenomenon that I like to call blending together.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
As a matter of fact,
I want to play a game.
I have gathered very small clips of every single 2019 Disney remake, which are these. And what we'll be playing is the matching game, where you will be able to prove me wrong and match the clip to the corresponding movie.
Your father.
So, how many did you guess? Me too. If you got at least one of those wrong, then you see the issue. This really would have been the perfect time to go back to that classic 2D animation that made the Disney Renaissance so special in the first place. At the climax of what seems to be the most creatively brain-dead era of movies, Disney had all the reasons to hit us with a hard 180 and give us some brand new stories with that classic animation that we know and love. At some point, I have to imagine that some idiot walked into like an investors meeting just delivering some coffee and asked a question so unfathomably stupid, it made total sense.
Man, I really can't figure out what we're gonna put out this year. We gotta make a lot of money, and these writers are getting expensive. Sure was easier back in the Cinderella days.
Why don't you just do that again, but with real people?
That might be the absolute best idea I've ever heard. What department are you in?
I'm actually an intern.
Even better.
Right off the bat, within the first second of the trailer, we're hit with some of that good old nostalgia baiting. Which segues into problem number 2. When I see shots like these, the only thing I want to do is go back and watch the original. All the charm, style, personality of this world is lost completely when you translate it into a realistic setting. Look at this.
Just can't wait to be king. Just can't wait to be king.
And look at this.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Which one would you rather be watching? Like, does that make sense? Was that English? But anyway, we get some of that sweet, sweet John Connie voice, which is my top pick for best voice when Morgan Freeman retires. And this is meant to be a prequel to the 2019 Lion King that is going to introduce the new concept of multiversal lion shenanigans. I think. Either that, or the writers just broke the entire Lion King lore within the first few seconds.
But even through all of these disasters, the most strenuous part of his life really seemed to be guiding his sons Mufasa and Scar. After Hadi, Mufasa took on the role as king.
A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood.
It never happened.
We are also going to be getting returning characters like Rafiki, Pumbaa, Timon. I'm also not entirely sure how they're going to implement these characters back into the story because I hate to be the one to break it to you, but yeah, they're dead. Like, all of them. Hey there, I'm Robert Last. Turns out that lions only have a lifespan of about 10 years. Safe to say, everyone is outliving Mufasa. But you probably knew that already. Anyway, carry on. But I gotta wrap this up. The thing that has me the most excited is the cast. As I mentioned before, John Connie will be playing Rafiki, Seth Rogen will be playing Pumbaa, which, great casting. We also got Donald Glover, Mads Mikkelsen, and the Queen C herself, Blue Ivy Carter. For reasons. I am going to give this movie the benefit of the doubt because after all, it is a new original story, so at least we're getting that. However, if I didn't really have to make a video on it, I would swipe hard left. But what did you think of the trailer? Let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out the latest upload on the channel where I tear Velma a new one. Make sure to hit that big red button underneath so you don't miss a single update on the channel. But thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. That's a cut!